Hi crafters, it's Jen Evers with Quality Crafts, and today I want to show you how to make a really simple but cute card that looks something like this. I was practicing on the side here with this new stamp set that I have, but essentially I want to show you how I did this part right here because the bee is on the inside and that's just a little glittery window. So I'm going to show you how I did that. I would prefer that it was in the center, but since my punch doesn't reach that far, I went up to the upper right hand corner as far in as my punch would let me go and just punched out a circle. Doesn't matter what size circle that you want to use. I think this one is, yeah, a 1.5 inch. I went ahead and, did I mention this is a 3x3? I think I did. So this is actually 3 inches by 6 inches folded in half. Okay? And then I did another one that was almost 3 inches by almost 6 inches, just so that I have a slight border on the sides. Because one piece is going to go in here, and one piece is going to go on the top here. But I need that hole cut out, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to line up that piece on the bottom, like it would be on the top once I glue it in. Close it up and take a pencil and trace that circle. And try to cut as close as I can to that circle with my punch. It's pretty close. Well, let's see. That'll work. Okay, the one on the bottom here we can put in right away, so I'm going to just use my ATG and glue that bottom one in. And the top one we're going to wait on, because the first thing we want to do before we put any of the other additions is we want to stamp whatever image it is that we want to stamp in here first. I'm going to go ahead and do the bee like I did with the last one. And I can't really see exactly where I'm putting this, so I'm just going to line up the best I can. That looks pretty good. And I'm using Stays On for that. I want it to be really dark black. Now we want to work on this window. And the way I'm going to get that to stick is I'm going to use this kind of tape. Clear tape, packing tape, whatever you call it, whatever kind you have on hand. And when I peel up a piece, I use the trick that I learned online where you stick a paper clip in there to hold your spot so that when you cut that off it doesn't go back down and you lose where you were at. Now keep in mind that when this goes on there, I always get this messed up when I do this part. Why do I have such an issue with that? Okay, it's gonna go like that. No, it's not. What is my deal? I'm all turned around. Okay, I got it. Just make sure you don't make that same mistake. There's just this, my point in messing that all up on you is that there's just this thin layer right here. So you don't want this tape to go on past there because then you'll have tape sticking out. And move everything and make sure you do this either on plastic or a sheet where it's not going to stick permanently. You don't want paper under there. I have a craft mat non-stick underneath there, a Ranger mat, because then you're going to want to peel that up. Okay, after you get that on there, you can see the bee's going to show through the window. You can then glue this piece on, and that'll cover up that back window. Line it up the best you can. You want as little of that outer color to show as you can there. Okay, now on this one, see how I have this outer ring here that's black? I'll show you how I did that. Since this one is 1.5 inches, I took one that was just slightly smaller, so this one is 1.25 inches. And the first thing I'm going to do is cut the smaller one so I can see where I'm cutting. Okay, see how I cut out the smaller circle first, and then cut out the larger circle, and when you put that in the window you can see the edge. Line it up so it's pretty even on all sides. And then just punch that out. You end up with this skinny little ring. And because the tape is on this side, you can now place that ring right snug in there, right on top of that tape, and the tape will hold it in there. I love that. That is so cool. Next thing I'm going to do is just put my paper back underneath because I want to add the glitter. And I'm just going to tap a little bit over that window. So I want it to cover the whole window. And then I'm just going to take my finger and I'm going to rub it over the entire thing. And make sure that all of that tape gets covered so that it's not sticky anymore. I usually do this over the garbage can, but I'll show you over this. I just take my brush and I brush all the excess right off. And this I just tuck into the garbage and shake it off, and then I'm left with that glittery see-through little window. Then all you have left to do is just decorate it any way you want, add a little sentiment in if there in the inside, or sign your little greeting, and you're done. So I hope you enjoyed that quick technique that I did today, and I'll see you next video.